Hello, boys and girls. I hope you guys are having an awesome Thursday. Guys, can you believe that there are only 4 more days? Four including today, days of January. We are flying through the first month of the year. Anyways, so we're going to go ahead and get started with ELA. We are done with point of view. Yay! You guys took your CFA, and now we are moving on to our next topic. So our next topic is going to be comparing and contrasting to text. So our essential question is, how can I use key details or important information to compare and contrast to text on a topic? We're going to watch this brain pop video. So let's watch it. Sure. I'm going to move myself off of camera so we can watch the entire video.
Wow, did you know that the bull shark has 50 rows of teeth? Bull sharks use their sharp teeth to bite and tear fish, turtles, and other prey. When a tooth breaks, another one moves into its place. You're reading about dolphins? Cool! Dolphins also have sharp teeth, but unlike bull sharks, they don't use them to tear their food. Instead, dolphins grab and swallow their prey whole. You're right, Moby. Sharks and dolphins are alike in some ways, and different in others. Looks like we need to play Sharks versus Dolphins. How do you compare? When you compare, you show how two or more things are alike. You describe how they're similar. Let's see. Guitars and basses are musical instruments. They both have strings and a neck. A guitar can be very loud. A bass can be too. When you compare things, you think about what they have in common. All right, Moby, are you ready to play Sharks versus Dolphins? Here we go. How are sharks and dolphins alike? Right, they're both animals. Yes, sharks can live in the ocean, and dolphins can too. What else do they have in common? Think about how they look and act. Both animals can be gray and white. Yep, they're predators. That means both sharks and dolphins hunt other animals for food. Certain clue words let you know that two or more things are being compared. The words like, alike, same, also, to, both, similar, in common, and the same as can signal comparisons. Now it's time for round 2. How are dolphins and sharks different? How do you contrast? When you contrast, you show how two or more things are different. You describe how things are not alike. Let's see. That guitar has 6 strings, but the bass has 4 strings. The guitar can play high notes. However, the bass plays much lower notes. Are you ready? Let's play Sharks versus dolphins. Okay, Moby, how are sharks and dolphins different? Right, Moby. Sharks are fish, but dolphins are mammals. Right again. Dolphins and sharks breathe differently. Sharks breathe through gills, while dolphins use lungs to breathe. You're on a roll, Moby. Sharks make no sound. Dolphins, on the other hand, click, squeak, and whistle. They use these sounds to communicate and find their way around. Certain clues let you know that two or more things are being contrasted. The words different, differ, difference, unlike, although, even though, instead, however, and, on the other hand, can signal that the writer is pointing out differences. How do you compare and contrast when you read? When you read, think about how the characters, setting, and other parts of the story are alike and different. In The Ants and the Grasshopper, the ants work hard to collect food for the winter, but the grasshopper relaxes and plays. When winter comes, the grasshopper runs out of food. How are the characters alike? How are they different? You can use a Venn diagram to compare and contrast. A Venn diagram is a graphic organizer that shows how two or more things are alike and different. Let's see. The ants are organized, responsible, and they work hard. The grasshopper is lazy, relaxed, and likes to goof off. You write how the characters are alike and the spot where the circles overlap. Both the ants and the grasshopper are insects. They also need to eat to survive. When you compare and contrast characters, you think about them more deeply. This helps you understand the story better. That was a fun game, Moby. You won! Right, your prize. A fork.
All right. So today, like I said, we are going to be comparing and contrasting two texts on a topic. So, like Moby said, well, he said beep beep, but like they said in the BrainPop video, comparing and contrasting is where you find similarities and differences in a text. When you're comparing, you're finding how they are similar. When you're contrasting, you're telling how they are different. In informational reading, you can compare and contrast two texts on one topic. So, if an author wrote a text about two bodies of water, the author might tell me how they are alike and similar. So that's what we're going to do with today. Guided practice, or I'm going to model to you how to compare. So we typically compare with what we call a Venn diagram. And a Venn diagram, most of you have seen it before, is two overlapping circles that look just like this. Oh, my paper folder. Topic 1, 2, and both. So, in this one, you would tell how topic 1 is different from topic 2. In this one, you would write how topic 2 is different. In the middle, you write how they are both similar. Now, for today's purposes and for virtual purposes, we are going to be using this Venn diagram. It looks a little different because these are squares rather than the circles. So we're going to read both of these texts, and we're going to underline important key details in these texts. So let's go back and start reading. So the first thing I like to do is I like to read the title, and I'm going to predict what it's going to be about. So my first title says fast mammals. What fast mammals? So I'm predicting that this is going to be about a mammal that is fast. And my next one says fast fish. Well, I'm predicting that this is going to be about a fish that is fast. There's not much predicting, like super hard predicting that's going to be in this topic. So let's start reading. The fastest land animal in the world is the cheetah. A cheetah can run up to 70 miles per hour, which is the same speed as a car in the fast lane of the highway. Unlike a car, a cheetah cannot keep up with this rate of speed for very long. Their bodies will overheat if they try to keep running at that speed. They have to take breaks to cool off after periods of hard running. So imagine that you're doing PE and Mr. Bowen and Mr. Wynn, they just have you running super hard. Like you're running so fast. You're going to want to take a break before you run super fast again, right? All right. So the cheetah is also extremely agile and can change direction very quickly at nearly full speed. So I'm thinking of this unknown word here, agile. And I don't know what this word means. But if I keep reading, it says that they can change direction very quickly at nearly full speed. So they can zigzag. All right, the cheetah is a great hunter. The cheetah is found mainly in various parts of Africa and is covered with about 2,000 black spots. It is much smaller than other big cats like the lion, topping out at about 160 pounds. So that's a pretty big cat. Their diet mainly consists of gazelles and antelope. So I'm going to highlight some of the things that I think are important in this text. So I'm going to say that it's the fastest land animal because that's pretty important. We know because the entire topic is about the cheetah. The entire passage is about the cheetah. I'm going to say that it going about 70 miles per hour is also pretty important. Could you imagine if you could run at 70 miles an hour? And I think the average person can only run around 8 miles an hour. So they can run 62 miles an hour faster than we can. So they would probably be able to chase us and not even break a sweat. All right, so again, I'm going to say that their bodies will overheat if they try to run at that speed for a very long time. Their bodies will overheat. That's pretty important. Next, I'm going to say, well, how does the cheetah look? Well, the cheetah has about 2,000 black spots on it, and it can be found in Africa. All right. Next, their weight. They weigh about 160 pounds. All right. Time to read about this fast fish now, and we're going to compare. So, the sailfish is the fastest swimming animal on Earth. All right, so we just read about the fastest land animal. Now we're reading about the fastest swimming animal. So it can reach about 70 miles per hour. Just a tiny bit slower than the cheetah. So it's just slower than the cheetah. A sailfish has been recorded swimming over 100 yards in just under 5 seconds. So 100 yards is the length of a football field, and they could swim the entire length of the football field in under 5 seconds. Sailfish have a large sail on their backs, which is usually kept down when they are swimming. They were given the name sailfish because the sail on their backs resembles a sail from a sailboat. Sailfish can appear in many different colors, and they can actually change their body color instantly to send messages. Starfish are known amongst fishermen for their ability to leap out of the water into the air. They can grow to be about 200 pounds, which is about the average weight of a fully grown man. All right. Wow, these animals are amazing. So let's highlight some important things about this fast fish. So we know that it is the fastest swimming animal on Earth. And we know that it can go almost 70 miles an hour. All right. We know that it can go over 100 yards in just under 5 seconds, which is crazy. Could you imagine if your favorite football team could run down the field in just under 5 seconds? That's insane. All right, so they were given their name because their back resembles the sail from a sailboat. So that's how they look. And we know that the cheetah looks like it has, it actually has over 2,000 red spots. All right. They weigh about 200 pounds. All right, let's compare. So we've highlighted some interesting things about the fast mammal and the fast fish. But just thinking about both of them, what do we know about both of these animals? Well, we know that they are both the fastest animals. So fastest animals on Earth and water. What else do we know about them? Well, we know that they can go about 70 miles per hour. MPH means miles per hour. All right. And let's look at the fast mammal. Well, we highlighted a bunch of things for fast mammal. I wrote some things down. I wrote the things down that we highlighted, so I'm just going to talk about those fairly quickly. So for the fast mammal, we found in the text that they can go 70 miles an hour, but they have to slow down or they overheat. They will overheat. So they will overheat if they do not take a break to cool off. We also know that they are from Africa. We know that how they look, they have about 2,000 black spots. And they weigh about 160 pounds. Well, how is that different from the fast fish? Well, let's look at what the fast fish can do. Well, the fast fish can go almost 70 miles per hour. They can swim 100 yards in under 5 seconds. And they weigh about 200 pounds. And they get their names, the fin on their back. They get their names from the fin on their back. That looks like a sailboat. So we just compared two texts on a topic of fast animals. They are different animals. One lives in the sea, one lives on land, but we just compared and contrasted those two to tell how they were similar and how they were different. All right, so today for your assignment, when you get into Canvas, You're going to click your homeroom button. You'll click Thursday, excuse me. You're going to click reading. Then you're going to click Thursday, and your assignment will be here. 0128, comparing two texts. Now, for your assignment today, you guys are going to be doing a Canvas quiz. And in this, you'll read both of these texts again. You are going to answer these, whether they're going to be for fast fish or fast mammal. So the fastest land animal, is that going to be fast fish or fast mammal? Now, at the bottom of this, there is a code word. This is to test to see if you are watching these videos. If you're looking for the code word for today is blueberry. So on this last question at the bottom, you would click blueberry for the answer. All right, boys and girls, after you're finished, just hit submit and it's going to give you a grade. All right, have a good day. Bye.